So, this video is going to be interesting because I've seen a lot of videos of debate about this, and I'm just like, well, I'm just a casual Superman fan. I put casual in parentheses, but I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring and talk about, like, how, in this title, as you can see, why Homelander can't beat Superman. There's a few reasons. If we're going to go by, I know a lot of people say, like, oh, Homelander can beat Superman because he has no morals, and, like, he can use his strength to the fullest ability. Here's the problem with that, and we're going to get into that, and I'm going to say this, if you are a fan of The Boys, whether it be the comics or the show, I'm not trying to say this is like, fuck you, you know, you're dumb, I love DC. I'm just saying, like, if there was a real fight between Superman and Homelander, this is how it would probably go. And that's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to convey in this video. There's no, like, literally, there's no way Homelander can beat Superman. There's no way. And they've kind of proven this with another character in Death Battle. But then again, Death Battle notes and whatnot can be easily debated. And I'm just going to say, like, sidebar, I am not looking forward to a third Goku-Superman fight. I'm just so fucking tired of the debate. Can we just, like, let it go? If they let Goku... God, if they have Goku win this time around, rather than, you know... I feel like they would probably let Goku win in the next Goku-Superman fight in Death Battle, if only to shut up the DBZ fans. Anyway, I'm done with that tangent. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Anyway, so why is it that Homelander can't beat Superman? Well, let's see. Superman comes from a world where there are beings on his level on a daily basis. There are not just other there are villains like, Zod, Doomsday, Metallo, all like Darkseid. There are beings that have equal to or greater than his strength that Clark has to, like, constantly fight in order to protect the universe, if not the multiverse. That's the thing, is that Superman has to combat opponents that have greater levels of power than him on a daily basis, and that makes him stronger, if not smarter. Whereas Homelander lives in a world where he's literally the only, like, being on his level. There's no one except maybe Soldier Boy and Billy whenever he takes the, Super Soldier Serum, for lack of a better word, the Gen V. There's really no one in Homelander's... Homelander just rules the world like a big bully. That's his whole thing, is that there's no one who can go by his same level. Whereas Superman has to fight on a daily basis opponents that are on his level or even greater than his level, and he has to overcome them, sometimes by himself. That's what I'm that's the thing. Therefore, why does that matter? Like, why does that matter why would this matter in a fight between Homelander and Superman? That's the thing. Superman battles people, and this is the big argument everyone says, oh, Homelander would win because he has none of Superman's morals and he wouldn't be holding back. Do you know how many times Superman holds back when he fights? Even opponents that are stronger than him? Also, when Clark learns that he can, like, throw a punch and Homelander can take it, he's gonna cut loose. Like, it's a perfect example, like to quote that moment in the Justice League cartoon, what we have here is a rare situation for me to cut loose. And Superman, when he cuts loose, when he ever so rarely does, it's lights out. So, Homelander has never taken a punch from someone as powerful as him. But Clark knows how to take a punch from someone on, like, a greater power level, or on his level. Like, hell, it'd be like fighting Zod, really. Like fighting Homelander would be like a more bitch version of Zod, because Zod at least has military training. So yeah, Clark beats him every so often. But that's the thing, is that Homelander lives in a world where he doesn't have to, like, use his full extent of his strength all the time. He just needs to flex, like, a fraction of it half the time, and that's all he needs to bully people. Clark is just like that. Deals with that every day. So when Homelander, like, throws a punch, he's gonna hit him, and Clark's gonna be like, I felt that, but you don't know how to do this, do you? Oh boy, I'm gonna shove that flag cape up your ass so far it's gonna take the atom to pull it out of you. Anywho, I had a joke there. I think the joke just died on there. But the other thing is, too, I think a lot of people forget of how well-trained Clark is. This is a guy who has gotten training from both Batman and Wonder Woman. He's trained in hand-to-hand combat because he's encountered situations where he's lost his powers, so he has to... like, there was a great moment in a Justice League comic where his body was switched with someone else's, and the person who stole his body, who, like, switched everyone's bodies, I think the story was called Justice League Foreign Bodies, where Cobra, no, not that Cobra, there is a group in the DC Universe called Cobra. Cobra basically switched everyone's consciousness with everyone else's, and Batman's body was put in Superman's body, and what happened was Clark was put in Cobra's body, and Cobra himself put his mind in Batman's body, and he was battling Clark, and he's like, Superman, this is why I put you in my body, because you are just a fucking idiot. You're nothing without your powers. And that's when Clark proceeds to beat the guy by saying, did you think this isn't the first time I've been without my powers? My best friend is Batman. You think I don't learn shit from him? So that's what I'm saying, is that Clark knows how to throw out, like, different fighting styles and mix it with his powers. The other thing is, too, is that Homelander's not adept to using the full extent of his power, and I talked about this earlier, because he's just a bully. Clark does shit that, like, Homelander could do, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't have the training for it. All he has to do is just, fly around and flare up his eyes and just look mean about it. So that's all Homelander has to do. So in an actual fight, Clark takes him. And I know people are saying, but, no morals. Homelander wins. Clark's going to hold back. Clark holds back on Darkseid, and he still kicks his ass. Even when Darkseid's trying to kill him. He's battled opponents who do try to kill him with the same level of power. So, yeah. Now, in a debate between Superman and Omni-Man, that's a little more tougher. But I've never really understood, like, why people think Homelander can win because he'll kill and Superman won't. I've never understood that. And I'm not trying to say, like, you're dumb for liking the boys or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I've looked at this debate and people go, oh yeah, Homelander wins because he has no morals and he has all of Superman's powers. Clark's just a pussy who'll hold back. And I'm like, oh boy. So there you go, guys. I thought this would just be a fun little video, just kind of talking about that. Now, if you want to say, like we're not going to talk about, like, a full-on debate here. This is just a fun little video. Now, Superman and Omni-Man, I'm not even going to try. That's a different conversation that I don't want to do. And also, this isn't like a video like the start of something else. This is just me going, man, I've seen a lot of comments of people saying Homelander solo Superman. I feel like I need to say something. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? Do you think Superman beats Homelander or whatever? I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. But anyway, once again, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.